We're here at right now, and it's the 2nd of March, but we're in the middle of the week, so the weekend is closer than ever before. So for one, again, I thank you guys for being here because you don't have to be here, and this is the 81st episode. I've done this 81 times. I mean, how committed is that? To do it 81 times repeatedly and consistently do it. So I can't wait till I get to the milestone of 100. So if you have been here since day one or you came day two, I don't like this doggone music that's going on. That's just me. But I appreciate it. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000% all day, every day. So my Facebook family, I thank you. My YouTube family, I thank you. My podcast family, I thank you. And we're going to be talking about something that is very special. And it is special because it can only be done by people who actually intentionally do it. And when you intentionally understand the purpose of it, then it will make things for you that much easier because you understand the need and you understand and you understood the process. So go ahead and take this live, share it into a Facebook group, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into this. So yeah. Good morning, Miss Selena. How you doing every morning? I'm telling you, you're the viewer of the year. You are the viewer of the year. So let's have a transparent moment. So let's talk about something real quick. So of course today we're talking about evolve or die. And the title alone is powerful. It's strong. Because it has to be. So let's look at the word change. The word change does and can possibly carry an emotional trait with the word change. People can say, I don't want to change because I don't like it. Change hurts. I lose people because things change, or I lose my train of thought because things change, or I lost loved ones because of change, or my therapist told me that I don't like change. Okay, that's cool. You have identified something that to say change makes you feel a certain way. To say change and to develop from a change perspective, it creates some sort of mental block inside of your thoughts, creates a mental block inside of the process of thought that you have. So then let's go ahead and change it. We're going to change that today. We're going to change it into something that you can actually, let me switch this real quick. We're going to change it into something that you can actually feel empowered to do. So inside of your mind, or inside of your space, wherever you are right now, inside of your space, I want you to try something. Say the word change and see how you feel when you say it. And then I want you to say the word evolve. Change, it sounds like it's hard to say because the breath that comes out. Change. It sounds hard. But evolve sounds very esteemed. It sounds like that's something that you can rock with. It sounds like that's something you can do. I don't know why it's like that, because psychologically, at times, that's where we take ourselves. When we listen to the word change, you begin to fight it. You begin to fight back at something that you ultimately possibly need to do anyway. Do you feel where I'm coming from? Do you hear it when you say it yourself? Change, it sounds harsh. Change, it sounds hard. But evolve sounds like I am growing into something, because you are. So if change is not your word, then let's change that and let's begin to use the word evolve, because ultimately that's where you need to go and that's where you need to be. So evolve or die. Evolve or die. Because if you don't evolve, then you're going to continue to do the same thing. You're going to continue to find yourself in the same situations. You're going to continue to find yourself broke. You're going to continue to find yourself trying to figure things out, because you never evolved into who that you were striving to be. So as you already know, what we do here, we go through the definition. Then after the definition, we go into creating something new and relevant in this day and age. So evolve. The definition of evolve is to develop gradually, especially from a simple to a more complex form, or to become to come forth gradually into being. And we go into the contrast of the definition. The contrast is white over red. So to develop gradually into being. So who are you developing into? What is that being that you're striving to develop into? I'm going to let you know right now that you can develop into who you are striving to develop into being. But you have to be aware and you have to be okay with the gradual process. It is not going to happen overnight. You're not going to develop overnight, but what you can change overnight is the direction that you're about to go into. You can change your direction immediately, but the evolution is a gradual development. And you're going to have to be okay with it in order for you to get to that space. In order for you to get to that place, it is going to take a development and a gradual development into that being that you're striving to go to. And the other definition of is to develop by a process of evolution. That is you going from something into something, going and transitioning from inconsistencies to consistency, being inconsistent and transitioning into being consistent. You're going to have to understand that you can do it. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can do it, but you're going to have to love the process. You can't spell the word evolve without involving love. Within the word evolve itself, it has the LOVE. Do you love yourself enough to evolve? Do you love yourself enough to change and redesign or redevelop yourself? Do you love yourself enough to trust the process to go from where you are to where you're about to go? Because remember, it says that to evolve is to develop gradually into being. So if you're developing into that being, you're going to have to dig deep inside of the innermost part of you, inside of the inner man, the inner woman. Dig deep inside of yourself to pull that out, because yesterday we spoke about the impact and the legacy. Because if the legacy is ever going to take place, there has to be a development and a process of evolution within your bloodline, or evolution within your own individual timeline, if you're going to develop or gradually into a being. It's going to take a different mindset. So what mindset have you become so comfortable in? Where are you at in your thought process? That's something that you're going to have to ask yourself. Where am I? Have I got so comfortable in being uncomfortable, and have I put up the wall that I run into that wall all the time? But when are you going to evolve to know that you can actually walk around that wall, or you can put your head down and go through it? That takes a development. That takes a process to go from one side of the wall to get to the other side of the wall and going through it and evolving. All right, so you got evolution of evolution. That means that is an indication of the state. That means what state of mind are you in your evolution? That is setting the tone and setting the conditions. Because if you're evolving, there has to be action attached to it. You don't just use the pretty word of evolve, but you don't have any actions that has to be in place, because it will set the tone and it will condition your mind if you're going into a direction that is progressive gradually. And you have to shed something to get something, whether it's you evolving out of that relationship and transitioning into something to where you're at peace with yourself. You're going to have to be okay with the evolution. You're going to have to be okay with dating yourself. You're going to have to be okay with going out to eat by yourself. You're going to have to be okay with going to the movies by yourself. You're going to have to be okay with driving alone, letting the windows down, letting the wind blow. Of course, if you're in a warm environment, just letting the wind blow and just evolving into who you know that you are. Evolving with loving yourself again. Evolve with changing your conditions, changing your environment, changing the things and the actions that you take. So one thing I want to leave you with is evolution is the indication of the sacrifice. And I'm going to say that again. Evolution is the indication of the sacrifice. What have you sacrificed? Because if you haven't sacrificed anything, then how do you feel that the evolution will change? If you want to start your business, what have you sacrificed to get there? What research have you done to get to that point? What monies have you set aside to get to that point to where you can actually open the doors to a new client or open the doors to a new customer? So that means that you're going to have to set the conditions in order for the conditions to be met, in order for the needs to be met. See, that's the difference between you hearing change and you're hearing the word evolution, or you're hearing the word evolve. It is okay to evolve. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's okay to evolve. But where are you going? What actions are you taking to get there? What sacrifices are you willing to get there? And when you understand that the ultimate sacrifice is the ones that you make inside of your head, then the actions that you make in this physical world will be that much easier for you to do, because you battled on the most strategic battleground that you have is within your thoughts. And then you'll understand to evolve or die. I don't want to try. I want to do. I just be transparent. The original title was going to be Evolve or Die Trying. I don't want you to try. I want you to do it. Either you're going to execute or you're not. Either you're going to talk about it or you're going to do it. Because to evolve is not to have a conversation, but you can evolve after the conversation has been had because you took action. After the conversation was finished, you put boots on the ground and you made it happen. So now today, You just got to evolve. Don't be afraid of your evolution. So I'm going to ask you a question. What do you need to evolve in? If it's evolving how you communicate with your children, how you communicate with your child, or evolving in your personal life, or evolving in your business life, or just evolving out of your comfort zone, there has to be an evolution. There has to be a state that you have to come from in order for you to get to. But that's only going to come when you're honest and transparent with who you are. Because that is what is going to get you to being that person. Because remember, the definition is to develop gradually into being. You can be who you say you are, and you can seek out who and where you want to go, but you have to understand that there is a series of evolutions that you're going to go through in order for you to go to. I'm going to say that again. There is a series of evolution that you're going to go through in order for you to go to that place that you are striving to go to. So don't be afraid. If you are afraid of the word change, just use evolve, because I promise you, you can get there. I promise you, you can. And once you get there, become consistent. And when you become consistent, then you have developed your series of evolution. Y'all be blessed. Peace.